We're talking about board breaking, troubleshooting. So these 9 elements, most of the time, is what's going to fix any reason why you did not board break. Does everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, so number 1 on the list.
Distance.
Distance. This is interactive, so you got to answer. Number 1 on the list.
Distance.
Distance is what?
Space.
How far or how close I am to the board. Colin, let me borrow you. Okay, William, move over this way real fast. So if Colin's holding the board, Colin's going to be my one friend that's just going to be my friend one time while I board break, and then I'm going to get William, because Colin's not going to want to do it anymore. All right, so if I'm way back here and I'm throwing a punch, is that going to work?
No, sir.
No. If I'm this close and I'm throwing a punch, is that going to work?
No, sir.
No. So what's wrong? I'm too close or I'm too far. My distance is off. I wouldn't do that to you, Colin, until the end, just so you can break your balls. All right. So my distance is off. Does everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's very important that I understand when I make contact with a board, I want to make contact with the board at about 3/4 of my extension, and then the last quarter is I'm pushing through the board. Does everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, number 2. Trajectory. What's trajectory? The path my technique travels from the starting position to the ending position. All right, so again, if I'm doing a punch, and I punch like this, and I go down and then I come up, is that a good trajectory on a punch? No, so it needs to go straight, so my starting position is here, and then it's straight out, and I'm having a straight line. So on a round kick, what's the trajectory on a round kick?
A 4 or something?
A semicircle or an arc, right? So like a half moon, a crescent. So I have to know the shape of what my technique is doing. On a side kick, what is the trajectory? Straight line. On a front kick, what is the trajectory?
Straight line.
Straight line. On a hook kick, for those of you guys who are advanced, what's the trajectory on a hook kick?
Straight line.
It's a little bit like a off center line and then an arc. Okay? What's the trajectory on a downward hammer fist?
Down.
Down. What's the trajectory on an elbow?
Kind
And
off. Straight.
what's the trajectory on a punch?
Straight.
Straight. What's the trajectory on a palm heel?
Straight.
What's the trajectory on an elbow?
Straight.
Straight. Okay? So it's very important we understand trajectory so we know where we're starting and where the technique needs to go. All right, so number 1 again was what? Number 2. All right, number 3.
Follow through.
All right. If, Colin, I'm going to use you again. All right, I'm doing palm heel. Okay, hold it out. I'm doing palm heel, and this is my strike. Is the board ever going to break?
No, sir.
Why?
Because you won't follow
I'm not following through. So my target isn't the board. My target is where? Behind the board. Okay, my target is through the target. So this is just the object to get to my real target back here. Does everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
Because if I don't pull through the target or I don't strike through the target will never break in half. All right, so number 1 again.
Distance.
Number 2.
Trajectory.
Number 3.
Follow through.
Number 4. All
Rotation.
right, what is rotation?
Like how you spin.
All right, so on a punch, where's the rotation happen?
You kind of like spin your fist.
So look, should I punch like this with my palm down and then go straight out?
No, sir.
Should my palm be up and then look, it twists? Or my palm is at my guard and then I twist. There's still rotation on that. On some of my kicks, my rotation is going to happen in my pivot. So I'm going to pivot my foot. My hips are going to turn when I do it. Maybe on an elbow, because I'm really not going to rotate my elbow, but my hips is the rotation when I do it. Does everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
Everything has to have rotation. Okay. So number 1.
Distance.
Number 2.
Trajectory.
Number 3.
Follow through.
Number 4.
Rotation.
Number 5.
Eye contact.
Can you hit what you cannot see?
No.
Depends.
It depends.
It depends. You can get lucky. I've done blindfolded board breaks before, but the board is not moving. So I know where the board is in relation to my body, so now I can jump and kick. Now, if the board was moving, does it make it a lot more difficult to hit that target?
Yes.
Yes, especially if you're not looking at it. So when we kick, and this is going to come into a lot of play when you start adding spins or jumps, and especially jump spins, I have to be able to spot the target. So know where my kick goes. Does everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 1.
Distance.
Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6.
Proper technique.
Proper technique. So I need to know the contact area of my technique, what's actually hitting, and then I need to make sure that everything that we've talked about before, trajectory, follow through, rotation, eye contact, all of that is kind of flowing into that technique. But the big thing with proper technique is contact area. So does everyone understand what contact area is? It's where I'm touching the board with my body. So on a palm heel, what should actually make contact with the body? With my what part of my body should make contact with the board?
Palm.
My palm. On a punch, what should make contact with the board?
Your fist.
What part of my fist?
Knuckles.
What's knuckles?
Toe.
Two big knuckles.